Raspberry Pi, there are varieties of Raspberry Pi embedded board development boards are there. The first Raspberry Pi board is Raspberry Pi 1 Model A. The processor is ARM processor. So most of the Raspberry Pi boards are comprises with ARM processor only. The version only varies, and the initially they start with the 256 MB, and it contains one HDMI port, one USB port, and one Ethernet port. Initially, there is no Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So here I highlighted the difference between the present and previous version. So in the second version, the only difference is they add one more USB. Next version, they increase the RAM size and decrease the USB port. Similarly, goes on, right? So finally, there are many that almost 10 different Raspberry Pi boards are there developed. So among these boards, the higher configuration is Raspberry Pi 4 Model B, which is established in 2019. The processor name is ARM Cortex A17, and it comes with 4 different RAMs, that is 1 GB, 2 GB, 4 GB, and 8 GB, and it contain 2 USB port, 2 HDMI port, and also Ethernet port, along with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connections. So board is suitable for my applications. So based on your application, you can choose any Raspberry Pi board from this comparison. So this will act as a ATM size CPU. So that is why I choose it as a Raspberry Pi 4 Model B for my applications. So this is the image of Raspberry Pi 4 Model B. For my application, I choose 4 GB RAM. If you want, you can choose 8 GB RAM for AI applications. For mini applications, you can choose 1 GB RAM. So based on your application, you need to configure it. Based on that, the cost also will vary. So these are the main parts of Raspberry Pi 4 model. So first one is in the back of this Raspberry Pi board, there is a card slot is there. The SD card slot is there. In the slot only, we are going to install our OS. Then this one is power supply pin. So that is a Type C pin, and it contains 2 HDMI port, which is used for monitor and camera slot, and 3.5 audio jack sound port, and 4 USB port. That among that 2 USB Type 2 and 2 USB Type 3 USB ports are there, and networking RJ45 port is there. And this the main portion is electronics component connection pins. So it contains 40 pins. Among that, we can able to we can use 26 pins for our general purpose input and IO. Input and output purpose. A SD card slot is in the placed in the back side of this Raspberry Pi board. So this SD card is used for installing our Raspberry Pi OS. Next one, the pin connection and its configurations. This is very important for programming and connection aspects. Okay, it contains 40 pins. So among this, we can able to use 26 pins for our circuit, that is input and output purpose, 2 pins for 5-volt power supply, and 2 pins for 3-volt power supply, and 8 pins for ground connections. So here the two different pin modes are there. One is broadcast mode. That is the pin numbers are represented in orange color. That is GPIO 18, GPIO 23, GPIO 24. These are all comes under the group of broadcast mode. So another one mode is there, that is board mode. While programming, we need to mention whether we are going to use broadcast mode or board mode. So in board mode, the gray color numberings are comes under the group of board mode. So the numbers are start from left to right. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 40 pins. 40. Okay. So here the gray color numberings are known as board mode, And the orange color numberings are known as broadcam mode, which is represented as GPIO 8, GPIO 27, GPIO 24, all those things. So this is very, very important. While we programming, we need to consider it. Okay. After buying a Raspberry Pi, we need to install the OS, right? So for that, we need to use this website, that is www.raspberrypi. While we enter into this website, we have some Raspberry Pi latest versions board. So by clicking this hardware button, so we can know what are the boards are available, what are the features of boards are available in this website. So what are the boards will be applicable, suitable for our application, we can able to come to know that. So there are varieties of Raspberry Pi boards are there. So based on your application, you have to choose the board. So after buying it, we need to install Raspberry Pi OS in it. For that, we need to use SD card to your laptop through SD card adapter. Okay. So after that, you need to download Raspberry Pi iOS imager. So here there are varieties of OS are there. Oh, sorry, OS images are there. Here the download for Windows, Mac and Ubuntu. So here I use Windows OS. So I click the button as button download for Windows OS. Windows. So after downloading it, need to install that. We will get the Raspberry Pi iOS showing in this right side of your window. So like this, a pop-up window will be, you will get some window like this. So in this, you need to choose your device, whether you are going to use a Raspberry Pi 4, Raspberry Pi 5, or Raspberry Pi 0. So based on that, you need to choose your OS. Okay. So here I use Raspberry Pi 4 model B board. So I choose Raspberry Pi 4. Then I need to choose the OS. Maybe a Raspberry Pi 4 64-bit, 32-bit, urgency 32-bit. If you want to know more about this, can click this Raspberry Pi other OS. So here they mentioned that for Raspberry Pi 4 model, Raspberry Pi 3 model, Raspberry Pi 400 model, for Raspberry Pi 5 model, we need to choose the Raspberry Pi OS Lite 64-bit. For others, you need to choose this OS. So based on your Raspberry Pi board, you need to choose your OS, right? So just to click it and choose the storage unit, whether it may be connected an E port, P port, whatever it may be. So based on that, choose your port and click the next button. The OS will be installed in that SD card. So by clicking the next button, that OS will be completely installed in your SD card. So these are the process involved in this installing Raspberry Pi Debian OS in this SD card. Okay. So after that, you select your storage connection pin and then just click it and then press the button next. So that OS will be completely installed in your SD card. So after that, you need to connect your. So after that, you need to insert your SD card in the back side of your Raspberry Pi board. You need to connect, give the power supply through the adapter, USB adapter. So in the first port, it is Type C model wire. The monitor will be connected through micro HDMI card wire. So another end of the micro HDMI card will be, sorry, HDMI port will be connected to your monitor. Then mouse and keyboard will be connected through the USB ports. So after this connection, your Raspberry Pi board will be completely act as a CPU, that is mini CPU. So after that, we need to connect a Wi-Fi connection to with the help of a Wi-Fi password. So because it has inbuilt Wi-Fi ports and also Bluetooth port. Okay, so through that we can able to connect our home network. So next portion is I'm going to develop my embedded system. Before that, I need to choose my embedded development board. So after that, I need to implement my embedded projects. I already told that the embedded system comprises of three major units. Number one is sensor. Number two is input devices, output devices, along with the processor. So here we choose my processor unit, that is embedded development board. Here I need to control. So with the help of these embedded development board, I need to control output devices, and also I need to control the output